This is Football Thoughts.
Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2. This was the worst and the most disgraceful officiating I've ever seen. And I know this has been a trend during the course of this season, but people, VAR is useless. The referees in this league are useless. How are you going to ignore that Ahmad foul, which was clearly a penalty? Man had two hands on his shoulders, dragging my star boy on the floor to the ground. And you saying that's not a penalty? You're right in front of the goal. And then a few minutes later, Bournemouth are on the counter attack and they just score a goal. Like, what is the point of VAR in situations like this? And then we have Harry Maguire fouling another man, which is not supposed to be a foul. He's not supposed to put his hands on him. I don't even think that's a penalty, if anything, because it's just a nudge. It's not a pullback. He's not pushing him. He's just bumped into him to unbalance him. That's what defenders do. This is not a red card. Of course, Maguire is not intelligent enough to have defended that last man, to have not conceded that penalty, but that is not a penalty. How is this a penalty? But the Amad Diallo situation is not a penalty. Disgraceful. And the league is doing this on purpose because their ratings are going down every year. They need to make dramatic effect for games like this that we should have been winning. We should have won this game. Bruno Fernandes should have taken his chance there. I don't know why he hit it hard and low towards the keeper, but in a chance like that, you hit it hard with a little bit of impact where the ball is afloat so that the keeper doesn't touch it on the floor. Chances like that, Bruno Fernandes is supposed to be finishing it. He had a very mediocre game. I know he got the goal. I know he caught an assist, but not even an assist. It was an own goal that we caught. But Bruno Fernandes was mediocre in today's game. I understand that Amad Diallo had chances. We know this. We know that Amad Diallo has chances. That is unfortunate that that right-footed chances it came to his weak foot. He didn't score. But Brian Mbemu, people, Brian Mbemu is been trashed these last two games. How are we starting him in two games and he's not performing, but we can't give Joshua Xerxes minutes? The higher ups have probably told Carrick, listen, Xerxes leaving in the summer. Don't play him. Prioritize Brian Mbemu and Benjamin Sesko. Now, when Sesko came on, he provided nothing. Nothing off the ball. Nothing on the ball. And I've said this time and time again. He should never start for this team because he's not good enough off the ball for when we have to transition into attack or defense, or even when we have to build up. Now, for situations like this, when there's a low block team like Bournemouth, Joshua Xerxes should have been coming on. And if we went right, and when we went like 10 men down, Sesko should have came off. I'm sorry, he should have then put on Joshua Xerxes because Xerxes has a better hold up, better build up, and is involved more when we don't have the ball. And when we do have the ball, he has a better technical aspect and ball awareness and IQ than Sesko. I don't understand where they're going with Joshua Xerxes. I have a feeling that he might actually leave in the summer, even though I've told you guys that he's not going to leave in the summer. But overall, we should have had more control of this game. We didn't have more control because we didn't take our chances. Our fullbacks kind of let us down, Luke Shaw and Diego Dalot, in the attacking outlet, which is a clear indication that we need new fullbacks. Our midfield was all right today. Casemiro had a yellow card. He shouldn't have had a yellow card. But overall, when Bruno Fernandes is running around like a freaking rat, you're gonna leave a open space in the midfield. Listen, I get that Bruno Fernandes is a maverick. I get that. But we don't need a maverick who's ill-disciplined in keeping his position. He doesn't have free roam because our team is not quite is not strong enough in the midfield nor in the fullback's position for him to have a free roam. So stop telling me that he's got a free roam. He's just ill-disciplined. Overall, we should have taken all our chances. We should have had more control of the game. It was one of those frustrating games where we could have won by more than two goals. We should have been 2-0 up if that Ahmad Diallo controversial tackle was given as a penalty. But overall, the officiating, the momentum of the game went against us. And we were bound to draw a game like this. I'm okay with the draw, seeing that we're still Liverpool points clear from Chelsea, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. I'm not worried about top three, but a game like this, we should have been at least 4 points behind City and 6 points ahead of all the other teams. We should have been. But this league is rigged. This whole system of football right now in the modern day is rigged. It's always been rigged football, but we're now seeing a clear indication from these officiatings and these officials that this game is scripted. Like and subscribe. This is Red Guard TV.